I'm trying to think of the logistics of using mud bending in a fight. You cake the person in mud, like really, almost like pottery mud, and then the water bender bends the water out of it. It would dry it up, so you would be stuck in it.
Well, those are all nice theories, but I would say it's time for... Welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast Halloween special. I am your host ANY, and I wonder about random drivel with...
Hello, everyone. I am your mistress of the night. No, wait, that's another term for hooker. Hi, I'm Keyframe.
Which would also explain your outfit.
Okay.
So we are all going, first things first, we are all going to pretend it is still no, October and we are completely not a week late. So welcome to this Halloween special of the AWKWARDCast, where we basically mangled our heads to come up with anything Halloween topic related. Also, I can barely see the chat. Hi!
So tell us, Maxie dear, what is your costume this Halloween?
I mean, chat people, you can give, I guess we could give the chat people one chance to guess what I am and what Keyframe is, like.
Oh, I have to, I guess I should get up. I don't know how much it will help. Like.
Now we see your glove.
Yeah, there's the gloves, and to make it clear, I am wearing all black from head to toe, so...
Show them, boots! Oh yeah, so boots. I should probably not do the same thing, I'm just wearing socks, so... I might get Twitch banned if I show my socks off, because Twitch is afraid of feet and socks. Sorry. I just like making fun of Twitch like that.
I really wish ANY's face one still existed, because I would want a screenshot of you holding your foot up, and it's just... I mean, that would be my favorite one on that Tumblr, besides you eating the sausage.
Okay, there are tips coming in. Welder.
Black tea. No.
Fuck keyboard? That's a weird name for a costume. Fuck keyboard.
Fuck keyboard.
So you are a keyboard.
Keyboard. If I had some robot parts, that would be.
No, it's not Dr. Insano, Gray. Dr. Insano is more like. I'm more like. Hello.
Are you Michael Jackson as a mad scientist?
No,
because you only have one
also
glove?
not Michael Jackson. Welcome to the ANY Corp. My name's Professor Dr. Richard from Varnheim, cat scientist. So for everybody who knows my original channel, you are welcome.
Nice. Someone guessed Key is the female version of Tuxedo Mask. That actually would not be a bad idea. Though, nerd time, female version of Tuxedo Mask would actually be a Sailor Scout. So.
Actually, yeah, isn't he? Okay.
Yeah, because he has the Sailor Crystal for Earth, but only girls can be Sailor Senshi. So if he was a girl, he'd just be Sailor Earth. That's the whole reason Sailor Earth doesn't exist.
I see.
I am a fucking nerd.
So what are you, Keyframe?
I am Zero Budget Zantana. Let me explain. I had a ninja costume, and I spent like $40 on it, and it was a really good costume. It had like the weird pitchfork blade thing that you and everything, and it had like the mask and the belt. So cool. Forgot to put it in my suitcase when I started my little road trip, because as you can see, I am currently in another room. I am not at California right now. But like, yeah, good old Key forgot to put that in the suitcase, and welp.
That's pretty yeah. Good job there. Good job.
Yeah,
all I'm saying.
Yes, man. I know. I did great. You don't have to rub it in my face, Dr. Asshole.
Like buying it and then yeah. Anyways, how was your week?
My week's been busy. I'm doing a lot of traveling work stuff before EQLA, and then it's going to finally be the end of con season, which makes me happy because I think with the exception of 1 month this year, I have taken a plane somewhere at least once a month this year. I have never been home for a full month, and I mean, that's still going to continue in December because I'm going over to see the family for Christmas, but it's usually a con, you know? But I've been doing a lot of traveling, a lot of work. Before I went on my current trip, I finished like 3 art pieces in one night, which, it was crazy. And by the time I was done, I was like, oh, when did it turn into 11 a.m.?
Oh, AM, nice.
Yeah.
You see, that's what we have windows for. Windows, and then you can see the daytime outside life happening.
You're really pushing it right now, Maxie dear. You're at EQLA. I get to punch you all I want, but I don't know if I can hold back.
Oi, ANY abuse.
What? What's wrong with ANY abuse? This whole podcast is basically keyframe abuse.
Probably. Oh, yeah, it pretty much is. I mean, this was the main idea to come up with a podcast, so. Weekly keyframe abuse. Anyway, so yeah, you are traveling. Also, how can you be happy about con season ending? Does this basically also mean that your income revenue kind of dries out? I mean, haven't you been kicked off your YouTube channel? What? This is very unprofessional, you know this, right? Where is she? Ow! What the hell?
Hi.
Oh, hi. Why don't you take a seat?
Yeah, why don't I?
So, do tell me, where have you been traveling recently?
Oh, I went to Milwaukee a couple weeks ago. I had to go to Minneapolis. I went to Amsterdam, not that great. And yeah, here. Hi, guys.
Hi. Halloween special, yay!
Oh, dude.
Reactions.
He is German. Plot twist. What the fuck? No one saw that one. Hi, Yuri.
Also, ow.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit you.
No, doesn't. I'm earthbender. I'm pretty robust.
Key, you should have said. Then where's the fun?
Anyways, yeah, we have this nice placeholder pic now. Redoing the original title card.
Which, by the way, let us just say, that took how many tries to get it right?
What? The title card?
Yeah, I think that took 5 or 6 tries?
Nah, at the end of the day, it's mostly just a generic filter from Photoshop, so...
No.
Oh, you mean the photo? The photo.
The live action
Oh,
one.
God. Oh, so cringy. Some of the examples we had were pretty cringy.
But no, the best part was, to get this last one, we finally get the right position, because my body would either not be turned enough, or his hand would be weird, and then we were like, fuck, it's actually the right way. Someone has to click it, so I take my foot.
Yes! And she basically clicked the laptop
With my big toe.
With a big toe, and it worked. This is also
That's one of the reasons why my smile is kind of really high up in the picture, because I was about to burst out laughing for the fact that it worked.
I didn't kidnap her. She took a plane, you buffoons.
Yes, totally. I was totally kidnapped, and half of my money was taken from me because of the plane ticket. So.
Yay. But, nevertheless, you got travel anecdotes, don't you?
Oh, let me tell you, my friend. Let me tell you. So, to get here, I had to take a plane from LA to Minneapolis, then from Minneapolis to Amsterdam.
I said what I am. I'm Professor Dr. Richard von Mannheim, who is a mad scientist, so you help right there. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Then from Amsterdam to here. And so, the first flight should be the easiest one. But, so I leave, and then traffic happens. LA traffic, great. And so I get there around 3, and this is cutting it close, because, like, fucking, the flight leaves at 3:45.
Okay.
I don't blame myself for this. I blame Will.
Fair enough. Will, you're officially blamed. Everybody go to his Twitter and...
Go to Dual Standard and put hashtag blame Fespio.
If they actually do this one is on you.
I will gladly take it. But we get there, and I'm going to check in my luggage. And keep in mind, I'm still... I got there around 2:50, 2:55, so it's before 45 minutes. Get there, the luggage guy is like, you know there's a 45-minute cutoff time? And I'm like, to check, and I'm like, what? And he's like, there was a 45-minute cutoff time. I have to make this a late check. Do you realize how much work this is? Yeah, do you have to click 2 more buttons on your little keyboard there, buddy? But I'm just sitting here, and I already checked this online, but apparently it didn't fully check in. And I'm just and I'm like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I run to the other side of the airport, because that's where the TSA line is. Fucking long line, and I check my phone, it's 3:15. I look at my plane ticket, flight boards at 3:05. I'm like, and, you know, I internalize all my anxiety, and Friday was a giant blood pressure test for other reasons, and I'm shaking like a leaf. And the TSA lady, when she's like, can I have your passport and your boarding pass? And she looks at me, I look at her, we make eye contact. She looks at the plane ticket boarding time thing, and there was this lady with a wheelchair and, like, the assistant lady, and she's like, hey, Patricia, can you take this girl with you to the front? And I'm like, thank you. And so I got out of there. It is 3:25 at this point. I'm running trying to find this gate, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, ma'am, where is gate C22? Behind you.
Good job. Good job
and
there.
I see three of the last people in the last boarding zone go in, and I'm running, I'm like, here. And I got onto the plane, and I just started laughing, and these 2 college guys looked over at me, and they were like, they kind of looked at each other, and they looked at me, and I was like...
Uh-oh, insane person.
I'm like, hi!
Don't let her in, don't let her in.
And they did exactly this, like, you're me, and they're them. Not even talking, just... But that was the lead, and then I got a 3-hour layover in Amsterdam, where let me tell you about the airports in Amsterdam. You think Tegel is bad?
I don't know. Tegel is a lot of nothing.
Yeah, but the Amsterdam one is just worse. Nothing makes sense at this airport. But then again, I don't think any airport really makes sense with the fact that you can buy tuxedos at an airport and a fine jewel. They had a jewelry store in the airport. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, but if my boyfriend bought me a necklace at an airport, I don't know how I'd feel. I would still probably wear it if it looks nice, but
You probably wouldn't know.
Yeah. Like,
No, I personally came up with a more realistic scenario where it is like, you are the groom on the way to your wedding. There have been some accidents and whatnot, so you're late, you're barely even getting your plane. So you have to buy the tuxedo at the airport to basically have a tuxedo for your own wedding. Absolutely plausible case. A little bit of an edge case, so probably not used that often, but...
Yeah, and then they also had I guess this is for Amsterdam, because I've never seen this one at any other airport. They had not just a florist thing. You can buy bags this big of flower bulbs, like the things you plant in the ground. And
Okay.
I'm like, out of all the souvenirs you would want to get from overseas to take up space in your baggage, which would have to be carry-on baggage at that point because you're inside the airport. You already checked your bags. Flower bulbs? Would they even survive on the plane? I mean, I guess they would, but it's still like... Why?
It's something you can buy in Amsterdam.
I don't get it, but yeah.
But
yeah,
all this stress was before or after there was a misunderstanding about your employment?
yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Okay, fair enough.
But to not give away details, I heard a rumor that wasn't true, and I had to wait an hour before I got the confirmation that it wasn't true, and I felt really stupid by the end of it. But like, yeah, it was interesting, and then. Yeah, then I got here, and I almost thought they lost my luggage.
Oh, also not bad.
Yeah,
Lost-
because I
lost
said
luggage,
because I
always fun.
told you that they were taking their sweet time with the luggage because I texted you as soon
Yeah,
as I got
yeah.
in there, and I was like, and I love the text, the British again.
Yeah.
But I was standing there, and there was a sizable amount of luggage, and then a sizable amount of people left, except for me and like 4 other people, and I'm like. This is the one time I've checked in my luggage and not bring it as a carry-on. Don't do this to me. And then finally the last piece of luggage was mine, and I was like, Christ, thank you. And then I saw him, and I was like, okay, now for the other can of worms of stress for next week.
I just want to say this, if you have lost your luggage and would have nothing to wear, that would have been awkward. Name drop of the show! Ow, I forgot there's no ocean between us. Ow.
I can do this now. It's so satisfying. There's 20 episodes.
I already start regretting this setup.
So how was your week?
How was my week? There was a Halloween party that did not take place because if you see my beautiful beard and everything, I was going for a Star-Lord look. And we were supposed to have a Halloween party at the office on Monday evening, and Tuesday was actually a vacation, a nationwide holiday. So I thought it was a pretty good idea, but instead it was like, too many people took the day off because it is like a bridge day. And so the organizers were like, let's just move the get-together to Wednesday, with the next day, Thursday being a normal work day. And the Halloween theme also, it was not officially revoked, but at the end of the day, everybody was like, not really Halloween party anymore. So apparently 2 people or so came in costume. I completely gave up. I left my costume at home, and I was because party during the week is the silliest thing. You can't really drink, or you do really drink, and the next day at work is pretty much crap. So, I was like, Halloween party I would have loved. I would have done my Star-Lord again, but this way. So yeah, and I was also tempted to do the Star-Lord tonight, and I was like, nah.
I mean, you did for a little bit.
Yeah. I went. I did Star-Lord earlier because we went and saw Thor Ragnarok,
yes.
which is actually none of our media. But since nothing else happened this week for me,
I guess we can talk about Thor Ragnarok as like a together media, and then we could talk about our own individual medias.
That's fair enough. Even though it's not very Halloweeny, but we have actually Halloweeny media.
I mean, there's skeleton monsters in there.
Yeah, sure. It counts. It counts.
Yeah.
There are skeleton
Let's
monsters.
first talk about the horror that is trying to avoid trailers for movies that we want to see.
Oh God, this was
okay, so like the trailers that were shown before this movie.
Yeah, it was actually it was not just us. It was also Yuri.
Yes, Yuri.
Crimson Tide, the Crimson Tide TV. Hey Yuri.
Hi Yuri. But like the trailers that were shown before, we had like this one called Annihilation, which is like the most neutral feeling you can ever feel for a movie because it didn't say anything about it. From what I can gather from the trailer, there's like this weird alien being that made this kind of bubble around a certain part of the earth, and when you go in, things turn into plants. It's like The Happening, but actually happening. But and then there was the new mutants from Marvel.
Yeah. Which Yuri has actually good points. There happened something in my week, but please continue about the horrors of
the new Marvel thing, which just looked like jump scare Marvel horror movie.
Yeah, in an asylum.
It looked more like a Netflix movie.
And I didn't really see any mutant powers. So
apparently, one of them has like blood, venom they can secrete from their skin like blood.
Okay, then there was one who just burst into fire in a washing machine, and there were the typical like faces coming through the wall, like pressing in the actual material and being like
the haunting bed sheets.
Yeah.
But
and I don't know any mutant who does it. I mean, I know Kitty Pryde who can walk through walls. They really just took the most horror-like approach to.
What I'm just assuming is that it's a project that they're doing to try to demutinize people. So this is basically torturing. They're trying to secrete the venom out of them, probably trying to infuse it with normal. I don't know. I feel like my idea is a lot better than whatever idea they're going to do for this movie. But then came...
It's a bad one.
Star Wars.
And the three of us, all three, moaned and then like...
we plugged our ears and closed our eyes and
I believe we also all put nodded our heads down, so you had those three people in this audience like, oh.
Yeah, and all I could hear was like faint music. And
I hear the Chewbacca cry at some point.
Chewbacca. And then I could hear people in the back being like, "Oh man, this looks so cool and everything."
Oh, I didn't hear them.
Well, that's because I was sitting behind the loudest fucking commenters of people. I hate that. But like, that ended, and then I didn't close my eyes for the Black Panther trailer, but I saw you.
I did this again because once again, a movie I am looking forward to and that I will watch and that I have at least certain expectations for. I don't need to see the trailer because I will watch it, and I don't want to see the trailer because it's usually spoilerific.
Yeah, I didn't.
Fuck you, cinema industry. This is my black glove is out of this also.
I haven't seen anything for Black Panther, so that's why I watched it, because I have no inclination of what Black Panther is.
Oh, okay.
So
he is an African Batman and a Panther.
Okay.
He's a rich dude who has martial arts and shit.
So he doesn't have powers. He's just a really good fighter.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I thought Black Panther was like the animal lady that's in DC that can actually channel the power of different jungle animals.
I don't think so. I think he's just a dude in a suit.
Okay, well, that's underwhelming.
Yeah, Yuri confirms. He.
That is underwhelming for a name like Black Panther. That is
Batman.
Batman's a silly name, but Panthers are like wow. Bats are just.
Also, he's less gadget focused. I mean, he's probably
and more
pretty
raw
high
fighting.
Yeah, and his suit itself is pretty high tech. Batman in Africa, pretty much on one point.
Okay, but yeah, so I don't think there was any real trailers after that. There was a commercial that pissed me off in the cinema with the VR headset and the old guy.
Oh,
okay.
So tasteless, so tasteless, for crying out loud.
Yeah, the plot was there was this adult woman with her dad, and the dad had Alzheimer's, couldn't remember stuff, and she was trying to show him like pictures and showed the girl crying in the elevator when the guy was in the nursing home. And then suddenly, they bring a VR headset and putting it on and to have him watch memories and stuff. At first, I was trying to defend it, being like, that is actually a good, not video game way to use VR technology. But then they had him remember the daughter and everything.
Put it off and be like
Anna. And I personal reasons, I just got really pissed off. I was like, fuck you. Oh, that was
super tasteless.
But then we got to the movie.
Yeah, I mean, you might have heard the phrase that basically Thor Ragnarok got the Guardians of the Galaxy treatment and felt like a spiritual successor to Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, it pretty much was. It was super fun, super actiony, better than Guardians of the Galaxy 2. It was a better Guardians of the Galaxy than Volume 2. Let's put it like this.
I disagree.
You just But Guardians 2 had so many things where it was butchering good things from the first part to a point where you're like, please stop, guys.
The thing is with Guardians 2, the thing that I will put Guardians Volume 2 above Thor as a movie. I'm not saying Thor did the Guardians treatment better than Guardians 2, but I still think Guardians 2 is a better put together movie.
Ooh.
In the way of, no, for the simple fact of Thor suffers from the thing that with most Marvel movies I can't stand, and that's the second act drags forever.
Volume 2, hey son, let's play catch with a light ball.
Well, Guardians to me felt faster. I didn't feel like things were dragging on in Guardians
I
2.
felt dragging on so much more in Guardians.
Maybe it was also the theater experience I had. Because I watched it with the DA Games crew. So everyone was kind of like, maybe it was the infectious of, we're all Guardians fans. We all laugh. There's a lot of different things because I haven't watched Guardians 2 since that first time.
Okay.
So take what I say with a grain of salt, but I found Guardians 2 more entertaining than Thor Ragnarok. But the other thing, I don't like Thor. I'm not a fan of the Thor franchise. He's my least favorite Avenger. But I did like him in this movie. They made him so much more charismatic.
Oh, yeah.
And I like Chris Hemsworth. He's a great actor. And I know he's funny. I mean, I like him in The Avengers. And they did... But the shining star of the movie was Hulk. Hulk was great. I love the Hulk, and I love Bruce Banner, and what they had of Bruce and Mark Ruffalo was great. And I like Valkyr. Valkyr was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Valkyr was a nice character.
Valkyr was cool. Also, I'm not a huge fan of Hela.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the other thing. I at least found Star-Lord's dad more entertaining, more intriguing of a character than the Goddess of Death.
Didn't go too far, but yeah, they both were.
Also,
he
Loki's
was
back. I love Loki.
Loki is great. There's a reason why all the ladies, the Marvel fan ladies, are like, Loki, you can trick me anytime.
An exception to that rule. I am not. But
so what's this game? Kiss, kill, marry? No, fuck, kill.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Fuck, marry, kill. Avengers.
Of the team.
The MCU.
Of the MCU. That is way too... Okay, I would have to make a list for each one then, because there's so many characters. Usually fuck, marry, kill is 3. You have to pick 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your choices are 3 choices, and you have to... Because then there's no risk if I say...
I don't know the game, so the new rule is fuck, marry, 3. Free plane. Go.
Okay, fine. I would...
Maybe count anti-heroes like Loki in it, so...
Okay. On my fuck list would be Loki, Star-Lord...
understandable. I'm straight and I would go there.
If he was the age the actor actually is, Spider-Man. I can't say the character, but the actor, he's so cute.
Wait. How old is he as a character?
He's a high schooler.
Yeah, but this is like 15, 16?
Yeah.
It's very borderline. I mean, you're 20, like.
It's statutory, though. Yeah, so we're just going to say the actor who plays Spider-Man.
Somebody's going edgy.
What?
Hello, Tempest Shadow.
Oh,
anyways.
Cool. Let's see. God.
Mary,
Iron Man.
Obviously. You're gold digger. Fucking gold digger, but please continue.
No. Actually, Iron Man would be on the fuck list.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still gold digger, but yeah.
I'm not a gold digger if it's just a fuck.
Would you please marry somebody by now?
Okay. I would marry Star-Lord.
You already fucked him!
Okay, fine. Marry...
Women.
Yeah, we want to marry the people we fuck. Okay.
We men don't have this problem.
I guess I could marry Thor. It'd just be at least be interesting.
You just called him the least favorite Avenger!
Yeah, but I don't know. It would be cool to get married to a god, and I already fucked Loki, so...
Okay,
yeah,
kill.
Kill, I would also marry Bruce Banner. Why?
And fuck the Hulk, right.
I'm not gonna fuck the Hulk.
I mean, Valkyr might have.
There is some implications there. I would also marry the guy Jeff Goldblum played. Because he seems like a fun guy, you know?
Okay, kill. Please kill somebody already.
Okay, kill probably Captain America.
I'm glad that I, as a German, did not say this. This might have...
He's actually kind of maybe a little bit above Thor as the most boring character. There is nothing, except for the actor, there's nothing really interesting about Captain America.
Okay, fuck, marry, kill. I mean, obviously, Black Widow for fuck, but let's... Are there a lot of... women?
There's
women in
Black Widow, Valkyr, Gamora.
Gamora. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
No Scarlet Witch. I mean, I like her as a character in the MCU, but she is still like very weirding me out in a not good way. I mean, Star-Lord, Loki, obviously. I mean,
That would be one interesting
everybody
threesome.
is a little bit gay for those now.
Oh,
Am I
wait,
right,
wait,
boys?
Wait. There's another on the fuck list. Doctor Strange.
Oh,
Yes, oh,
Mary, I will marry him.
You would marry Doctor Strange.
I
And you were
would-
calling me a gold digger, so...
I'm not. It's Cucumber Ben. Are there any marriable ladies? I mean, I wouldn't marry Black Widow, to be honest. I mean, the name is kind of a problem to marry her. Just saying.
There's
Will
not...
I marry somebody who's called Black Widow?
I mean, would you marry Gamora?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
No, marry Gamora. But I already fucked her.
Oh, okay. Who would you kill? Would you kill Scarlet Witch?
No. Vision is a little bit of... Vision is too harmless to kill. No.
Dana. Or Hela, whatever her name was.
And she's not a good guy. She's a bad guy. Who would I kill in the MCU?
Well, who was Gamora's sister? That was in Guardians.
Oh no, she's cool. I like her. Also, I realized far too late because of all the heavy makeup. She is Amy Pond from Doctor Who. I never recognized her.
Is?
Yes, she literally shaved her head. The funny thing is, when she was announcing her role for the first Guardians at Comic-Con, she went there with a red wig on, and somebody asked like, "Hey, how far would you go for a movie?" She pulls off the rig and shows off her baldness, and the audience was like, "Whoa, commitment!"
That is epic. I like that, but I love Amy.
So she probably must have reshaved her head for Guardians 2.
I don't know if I would go
Poor
that.
girl.
Would you go that far for a movie role? Would you shave your head? I guess that's
If
not...
it would be an MCU movie, yes,
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
fucking share my head off.
I guess as long as they paid for the wigs that I would have to wear.
Nebula it is. I guess when you are a star in a Guardians movie, you don't have to worry about the peanuts you need to pay for a wig. Kill. I still haven't killed anybody in the MCU. You killed... I can't say that I killed Captain America because I'm German and this might get a wrong... might get a wrong
What
impression.
about Hawkeye? Would you kill Hawkeye?
No, Hawkeye is great. He has a family and everything. No. Hawkeye is like the guy you want to cuddle and be like, it's good. You are just a guy with a bow, but you're fighting with the big guys. You do great,
Okay,
Hawkeye.
that's sweet. I would kill him.
God damn it. Who's the Widowmaker now? Kill. I need to kill somebody so we can move on. MCU characters that are waste of space and I want to see dead. Come on.
Baby Groot.
Oh, yeah, let's kill Baby Groot.
Yay! Now we can move
So
on.
overdid it. Kill him by making him grow up. So this is my murder.
Kill his youth.
Okay, so we spend a lot of time. We should move on to
You
the more
can't-
Halloween.
you did the marry fuck kill stuff, so that's
Yeah.
us being stuck on it was your fault.
Anybody else? War Machine too soon, isn't it? I mean, but then again, he started moving again, so I guess he doesn't count. Also, now he's fine. He's once again the normie who is trying to play along with the big guys. Yeah. Anyway, so who should start?
I think you should start.
Then I picked the right picture. Yay! So yeah, my heart. Oh god damn it! I had it too long on my forehead. Now it's misty in here, and I can see even less. So you have an eye on the chat now because I can't see anything. So my particular choice for this Halloween episode is Cabin in the Woods, a very accurate movie about the possibilities of science. It is at the same time. Okay, I guess I can't fast talk when I'm Varnheim, so I probably need to come back out of character. No, I'm not entirely sure if I already gushed about this movie on the AWKWARDCast before, but I can only say like it is an absolutely brilliant, and I'm not just saying this as a Joss Whedon fanboy, but a pretty brilliant merge of horror and parody of horror. Because it is playing with the tropes. Pretty brilliant. It has all them tropes. But at the same time, it has a meta level to it, directly implemented. I'm not even spoiling too much. I mean, it gets revealed pretty quickly that basically they stage the horror setups like stage, but in a way that there are actually people getting slaughtered. But they stage it because ancient gods, whatever. Nobody really cares about it. But it's done. It's at the end of the day, it's still a legit horror movie. Even so, it's parodying a lot of the stuff. So it's a comedy at the same time. It has comedic elements to it. Even so, overall a comedy. I don't even think overall a comedy, but a lot of comedic elements that work very well and they play with. It also gets super gory. I mean, you guys, if you haven't seen the movie and you watch it for the first time, you will be like, oh yes, I saw this sequence as a GIF going around on the internet multiple times. You guys don't spoil it, but you guys know which scene I mean, that you have seen before and always wondered, holy fuck, what movie is this from? It's Cabin of the Woods.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We still need to watch this movie. It's and when you see the scene, you will look to me and be like, oh yes, I have seen this GIF. Who would win, Keyframe or Cthulhu? Sorry, Cthulhu.
Oh, no shit, Sherlock.
Probably.
Everyone likes Cthulhu.
Yeah, but once again, it is a love letter to the genre while parodying the genre and emulating the genre. It's a legit horror movie while making fun of horror movie cliches. It's Joss Whedon of his finest. If you haven't seen it, watch it. For real. It's also... is it jump scare heavy? Do I have to give a jump scare warning or anything? I guess if you are not completely off-put by horror movies in general, it should be for everybody, at least whoever is within the age restriction of this movie. It probably has one. It should have. That's because I don't want to go too much into it, because it's if I go into details of how clever the writing is, I start spoiling stuff and give stuff away. So I guess we move on to yours now, aren't we?
Yes. My horror film is Get Out. And
Okay.
Okay, I get the good cheer now. Okay, well, hi guys, welcome to the AWKWARDCast. So yeah, my movie selection is Get Out, and
I did not think this through.
hold on, but here you go. Your butt is warm, because that chair is very warm. But no, Get Out. It is a movie that was released, I think, the beginning of this year, and or in 2016.
It is rather recent, I believe.
It is very recent. And it's the directorial debut of Jordan Peele, which is from the comedy group Key and Peele. Like, this person is a comedy actor, Mad TV, all this stuff.
This guy is comedy.
Well, not this guy.
Oh, okay.
It's his directorial debut.
Oh, okay,
Jordan's
okay.
not actually in the movie.
Okay,
But,
fair
like,
enough.
wonderful horror movie. And it's a great setup. The basic setup of the movie is this interracial couple, so black guy, white girl.
Disgusting.
They're going into the country to visit the girl's parents, and just there's so much tension in the movie, because I don't want to give away stuff. It's really good, but it has like the social commentary of racism and all that kind of what you expect with with that kind of setup. But it's not jump scare heavy. I think there's maybe one in the entire movie. Everything is more based around people feeling uncomfortable and also the feeling of helplessness. It's a movie that is good at feeling empathetic for the character in the way of you feel bad that this is happening to the character, so well written characters, and also feeling nervous for him, like you don't want him to die. And the setup that they have is like, it's a little bit out there for what is the whole plot behind everything. but it is in a strange, when you think about it, it's kind of like, could this be a thing? Could it be? Could it not be? It's very weird, but it also has comedy in it, because, I mean, Jordan is a comedy guy, and it has one of my favorite lines in the movie right at the end from, like, because this guy's friend is a TSA agent, and he's trying to find him because he's like worried about his friend because he hasn't heard from him in days. And he's like, and when he finally finds him, he's like, I am the TS motherfucking A. We get the job done. The way it's just delivered and everything, it's an instant classic, because I don't like a lot of modern horror movies. Modern horror has just not been that good.
Examples? What do you mean?
Like Paranormal Activity, a lot of the oversaturation of found footage, like
found footage,
stuff like this. But there's no of the classic, just like making you feel scared kind of horror movie. They just want to get the reaction of out of you more so than the horror feeling, which is more than just a scream.
Yeah, it's more like
feeling uncomfortable, like how you were describing how you felt in It.
Yeah, like not biting your nails, that you're
gripping the chair,
and being like,
yeah.
Tense.
Yeah, but with the start of, I think, The Visit, surprisingly enough, I think good horror movies started coming back with Shyamalan. With The Visit and Split and then Get Out, and from what I've heard of It, which I have to watch, thank you, fan base, good old-fashioned horror is coming back, which I am more than fine with, because I was never a fan of the found footage era of movies. I don't even like the original Blair Witch Project. I respect it for what it is, but the only horror movie that's found footage that I kind of like is The Visit. And that's because the camera stays still for more than 5 minutes.
Okay.
But it's, I totally recommend people to see Get Out.
Good point there. Jump scares are startling, not scary.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But I totally recommend people to see Get Out. I know some people are split about the social commentary that's in the movie. Of, like, is it too heavy-handed? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, with Get Out or...
With Get Out. But seeing... Because I was talking to Golden about this. The reason why I think Jordan was so good at making this movie... Because people didn't expect a comedy person to be good at horror. But comedy and horror are very similar, and it's all about timing.
Good point.
It's all about pathos, and it's all about timing of getting the feeling in there, and also timing the scare, timing the build-up, making all that stuff work. So, of course, a comedian would actually be good to know when to get the audience. So, I totally recommend the movie for that stuff alone.
I believe I saw a trailer which was already able to transport the atmosphere of the movie. And I heard good things about it afterwards, so I was actually a little bit peeved when I realized that I had missed it already. So
so there are your horror movie recommendations. If you want to have some November spooks.
You mean October? October sounds about right.
So I guess we get to questions.
Yeah, we get to questions. No new questions here, notifications here. Do they do anything? No, they don't do anything. So let's go through the new questions asked by the Enigma Prince.
That's our local questions guy.
So, Key, it's November now. Damn it, he got us. And I have to ask this now. How are you gonna prepare for Christmas this year? What, first of all, why are only you asked this?
I guess because you said you didn't really like Christmas in our last podcast we had together.
Blah.
But
oh, by the way, I should probably remove the Get Out guy when we talk about questions. So
because I've already gotten my Twitch and my Twitter name changed to Kringle to Keyframe Kringle. Then I also have my ugly Christmas sweaters ready. You don't have ugly Christmas sweaters?
No.
Well, I have one. Why are you giving me... You have like 3 drawers full of costume stuff. Don't you be judging me.
Yes, they are costumes. I don't wear them for real.
I only wear it at home. You can wear a lot of your stuff at home. But I can't really do much to prepare for Christmas because I'm not spending Christmas at home. I'm going back to Indiana for the holidays, so maybe I'll do some decorating with my mom. But because Will and Katie are going to go see their parents, Brett's going to go see his parents, so the apartment will just be a sad little hub of January yet to come.
Okay.
But if anything, I guess the thing I prepare for, the only thing I prepare for is just getting into the Christmas mood by getting Will to drive me around, and I see people's decorations outside. People do stuff that's more ambitious than what I'm too lazy to do. But yeah, Christmas.
My Christmas preparations.
Getting time off to go see the family.
Basically, I have a few days off. When I last visited my family, they were like, and what are your plans for Christmas? I'm like, I don't have any particular plans for Christmas. I consider just staying in Berlin. No, you are coming here for Christmas. You are having Christmas with the family. And I'm like, fine.
Why even ask at that point?
My parents have not been in Aachen, which is my hometown. Last year they were in Spain, but they were like, we are even in Germany this year. You have to come. And I'm like, fine, I'm coming.
I just don't see the point of them asking you your plans if they were going to be like, no, you're going to spend it with the family.
For the off chance that I might have actual plans by myself.
It makes me think of this fucking joke from Fairly Odd Parents where it's like, the parents knock down the door of a battering ram being, I'm going to knock on the door but still open it to show you that I have respect for your privacy.
Oh, okay.
But okay, next question.
Once again by Enigma Prince. What things do you enjoy with a passion that you know the others know the other or
the other you or me or your friends detest or outright dislike vehemently?
Vehemently? Oh my! I've never even heard this word before.
It means really deeply.
I get this from the context, but I never even heard of it. This is like Enigma is like, you hate it, you dislike it vehemently. He's digging deep.
I had to pull out the thesaurus.
Big words.
The thesaurus for this one.
The words bigger than the German one knows. Okay, things you like with a passion and the other one detests or outright dislike. Outright dislike would be tricky, I guess.
I know at least some of my friends, like, Will really doesn't get it. I love to watch bad movies. I love to watch terrible movies and like make fun of them or watch bad TV shows and my love for Neo Yokio kind of thing. And my friend and Will, the Will Snader, he gets mad at me when I mention that I was like, hey, I want to find the Emoji Movie online and watch it. And he's like, what is wrong with you? No, seriously, Chrissy, why do you want to waste your time with that? And I'm like, why do you hate yourself so much that you watch these? And not in a joking tone, which is the concerning part. And I'm like, have you never heard of riff tracks? You're a fan of the Nostalgia Critic. It's like, so I guess that's something. I don't know if there's anything I do that you dislike though. I like baking. I guess you don't like bake. You're not really a fan of cooking. So, and I really like to cook and bake. So, but that's just, it's not a hatred thing.
I don't think so. Let's see, what do I do what people detest? I mean, I'm surprised that people do like me, but I would all the dislikable stuff about me is like the base level, like I'm an egocentric jerk. People, do I do anything? I guess a reuse of my coffee mug.
Let me tell you guys about his coffee mug.
Where is it, by the way? Did you?
I didn't touch it yet. I'm waiting till you leave. Oh, I guess the thing you dislike that I do is wash your goddamn mug.
I mean, I don't mind it.
No, he has a coffee mug that he drinks out of, and he never washes it.
Never.
You wash it like once a week.
Maybe, yeah. And
it's disgusting.
On my big wash day, the dishes day.
Yeah, but it's so gross. And I'm like, why do you not wash it? He's like, well, it has the...
I only have okay, actually two. I only have two of those good coffee mugs, and if I would only use it once and dish day is longer off,
then just wash it then and there. All you have to do is rinse it. It's a cup.
Yeah,
but the
I
thing,
guess.
the thing is, your response once to when I asked why annoyed me to no end, where it was like, it saves the flavor or something like that.
What?
Because you were like, it adds to the flavor of past mugs.
Okay, at this particular point, I wasn't messing with you because
Yeah,
what?
I know, but it was an annoying answer, and it was the thing that kind of solidified, okay, I'm gonna wash this mug.
I guess I have a thing people dislike about me or outright detest. The fact that I'm barely ever serious and talk a lot of bullshit without holding back.
Yeah, and that we don't know when you're bullshitting because
I know,
you have no tone.
It's always so weird when people, especially like in work or something, new people come on board and who don't know me, and you are like, wait, what? When I say something, I'm like, I'm always confused when people take me seriously.
Yuri says your cell phone is something that angers him.
Oh, yeah. Then again, it's just normal vibration alert. Okay, I get a vibration alert for PMs on WhatsApp, Facebook, normal emails, and especially doing work, I get them a lot. And my phone is on my table, so it makes, and he sits next to me, so yeah.
There you go. So I guess that answers that question. Another question. What are some of the weirdest songs or lyrics you have in your head you have heard in cartoons, movies, or any other musical media? I guess weird songs. The sneeze song.
Yeah. I had something stuck in my head just recently.
Because every time we touch, I get this feeling.
Not
You,
weird.
I guess
Insane.
there is one song. You will tear down the house one day. There's one song that I remember listening from Todd in the Shadows that I was listening to, and it was a song called Bedrock, and it had a line where it's like, and I got a grocery bag, and it had nothing to do with anything else in the song, just grocery bag, and I'm like, the fuck? But I guess weird song, no, sadly this brings up Pony. I actually looked up the lyrics of that song that Pinky and Skystar sing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand the lyrics when I first heard it then.
You read it and they still didn't make sense.
Because it was like the part where it's like, and a tall thing, just one tall thing. But then it gets to the rest of the characters. It was like a sing thing, a bling thing, a conga thing, a longer thing. I thought the lyrics were a singing thing, a blinking thing, a conga chain, a conga bang, or a longer chain. I didn't hear the fact that they kept saying the word thing, and now the fact that I know that the song sounds stupid to me, and it was bad because that was my favorite song in the movie.
Oh yeah, it's backfired badly. I try to remember because I could swear that I just recently watched a movie where it was like the hell, and there was I could swear there was a song, and the lyrics were just like, what?
The thing is,
What did I just watch?
The thing is, I could probably pick weird musical numbers more than I pick the actual song themselves, because with musical numbers, there's also weird visuals in it, or like, at least more WTF factor. Because if I had to pick one of that, it would be the fucking... Because they made like a Rugrats movie, and I watched it when I was a kid, and I don't even like Rugrats, but I saw the theatrical film, because I had it on VHS, and they had an entire musical number with the newborn children in the maternity ward. I think that counts.
This is
And it had a joke
weird.
about circumcision in it, where they were like, they cut my cut my tube, like the umbilical cord.
Uh-huh.
No, they cut my cord. You're lucky that it was just that. And you see the baby looking down under the sheet, and I'm like,
huh?
okay,
Classy.
indeed.
I could swear I just recently watched something which had a musical number where I was like, WTF.
Did you thumb up the series or the movie?
No, I just hope to be struck by an inspiration because I'm currently looking at
They
Netflix.
need to have a history feature on Netflix.
Yeah, they really do. What did I recently watch where there was a really, really weird song in it where the lyrics just weirded me out?
I don't know. It's the last thing that I remember having a musical number in it was when we watched that really bad Batman Harley Quinn movie. But
Wasn't there a video?
There
a
were two.
musical?
It wasn't weird. I'm
No,
just
they
saying.
were just singing on stage.
I was just
like-
annoyed because it was mostly filler.
Mm.
Because they played both these songs to their full with barely anything happening. It was purely to pad out time. But yeah.
What did I watch?
I don't know, man. Are we going to spend the rest of the Q&A section trying to figure that out?
We don't have any more questions. Then again, there still should be the document with all the old
Or we
questions.
can answer some of the questions that were
in
there.
the chat.
Yeah.
Have there been one?
No, but I was saying some of the questions that we got last week since you weren't able to answer them.
Oh, I guess so. I was so happy to avoid them.
Well, what superpower is the least useful sounds like a...
Good question. What superpower is the least useful? Shooting sparkles out of your hand,
Oh,
Jubilee.
What? Is her power different in the comics? Like...
It's stronger. I mean,
Is it
in
like
the
energy?
show, it's pretty... The depiction in the show was pretty useless. I mean, at the end of the day, you can reinterpret powers from medium to medium, so this is kind of makes the thing. I mean, yeah, but her usefulness was legendary with just shooting sparks out of her hand. But to answer it for reals, which superpower is the most useless?
I would say flying.
I would say shrinking. I mean, they make a big deal out of how Ant-Man is so super powerful because he can shrink.
But if you can just shrink and you don't gain the strength...
Yeah. I mean, okay, you can be a super doctor and fight viruses on the atomic level, or you are a great infiltrator, but so would be the invisible guy. And for the maybe as a doctor you can actually do something with being very
Yuri
tiny.
says Cyclops. Everything about him was useless.
Well, at the end of the day, he has an energy beam, which can be useful. I mean, Iron Man basically just has an energy beam over there and a few rockets, but mostly he's just shooting energy.
Yeah, I would say flying simply because I would assume in this universe powers would be known. I feel like they would make so many regulations on where you could fly, how fast you could fly, how high you could fly, and also the fact of I feel like in real life the toll that flying would have to take on your body after a while. Cause I'm just imagining it's probably a mental strength thing, because I view flying as you just have a telekinetic ability that just raises you up off the ground.
Mm.
You would get tired after a while trying to lift your whole body up. Because, I mean, I've seen telekinesis. You get tired trying to lift up a spoon if you're weak enough.
Ah, true story. Favorite monster? I mean, I always had a pre-Twilight, obviously, fascination with vampires.
Mm-hmm.
But a little bit more. Helsing was completely OP, so maybe the vampires from Helsing don't really cut it either. I could swear there was something with cool vampires.
Twilight.
Shush. What are the cool vampires I'm trying to remember?
True Blood? I don't know. I'm trying to think of media with vampires.
Yeah, me myself, maybe.
Buffy?
Oh, for example. Oh, Spike. Spike was a cool vampire. I liked Spike. Yeah, so let's settle with good old classic vampire.
My answer was the same, I think, last week. I think I said Nosferatu is my favorite.
Oh,
monster.
you did, didn't you?
Yeah, I was specific on Nosferatu. I like the vampires that still look kind of like bats.
Yeah, creepy,
Yeah, I like the I don't like the sexy ones. I like the creeps, because that's what they are.
Alright. Yeah, and I guess
I mean, we did fill out a lot of time trying to do Marry, Fuck, Kill of Marvel characters.
That's true. Oh, there's a nice question.
What?
From Nightfall.
What are you gonna do for Halloween? Let me just.
This!
Well, let me just tell you about actual Halloween.
Oh, you actually did a thing, or?
Well, I mean, I was going to give candy to trick-or-treaters, but we only got 4 the entire night. I was so surprised because I live in an apartment complex, little townhouse thing. and there's a lot of kids in this neighborhood, and you would think you would go to all these doors of your neighbors to get candy. Apparently not. Apparently they take their cars and go to suburban areas where there's houses to go get candy instead of the place immediately by you. So yeah, now we just have a giant bowl of candy bars in our house, and it doesn't help my temptations at all.
Good thing you're far away from this bowl of candy and live in this place where totally no candy at all exists.
You want me to pull out the giant thing of biscuits that you have?
Oh, they are so good. Half a
they-
dollar. Mwah,
They are
I love
really
them.
good.
Oh, by the way, I just remembered something that happened last week to me, which was why I was not here, and Yuri mentioned earlier. So we are doing a complete wind back to...
the spiel.
Yeah, a complete wind back to the beginning of the show, what happened Maya last week. I was at the Spiel 2017. Spiel is basically the German word for game. It's the world's biggest board game convention, and I have been there multiple times in the past. There's even a really awkward music video I did for it on my older channel, my even older channel. I guess link down below. I loved going. It's still here's the thing. First of all, it is still good. It was still good to go to the Spiel, and when you go there for the main reason, namely seeing a lot of new board games, trying them out, sitting down, playing some games, whatnot, it is still great. However, the variety of what was offered there has shrunken down drastically. For somebody like Yuri, who was there for the first time. He only saw what was there this time and was like, was cool, I had a good time. For somebody like me who has been there, not for the last 2 years, but previously very frequently, to see the difference. Because in the past they used to have a lot more exotic stuff. They had like complete anime trash stands, like with really exotic stuff you don't get in Europe. You only get imported directly from Japan, like the weirdest stuff. Like complete like amulets of famous shows and stuff. And rings and...
Is that where you got like the Death Note ring?
Yes,
that you can't find
where I got my Death Note ring, and since Spiel drastically scaled down on those shops, I will never get it at Spiel again. And the thing is that they still had a few of them, one which actually carried exotic stuff, which I was looking for, and 3 times a clone of one super generic one, which had like coasters with popular cartoon images on it, and literally 3 times the same stall with the same stuff on sale, like plushies of mainstream stuff, all mainstream, all something you literally get everywhere. So super disappointing on that end. Lab was a big factor as well in the past with. These gloves are from Spiel. Well, this one glove, the second one got lost. The outfit I wore for the last Gaming and Ties, ladies and gentlemen, which is not yet uploaded to YouTube, so this was a bad commercial, but you probably should sub to my Let's Play channel right now to see the episode of Gaming and Ties when I finally get around upload it. Yes, link down below. I put on... What was the game we played? Yuri, what did we play last week? No, seriously, what did we play?
Didn't you?
Armello. We played Armello.
Yeah, because you changed it from Armello to talk show.
Yeah. And Armello is like kind of furry medieval board game as video game stuff, and I put on my authentic medieval Western shirt and leather protectors for the arm and stuff. All this stuff I bought at Spiel. They scaled it down to basically 1.5 shops. The very big shop got turned into a very small one where everything was super cramped, like really like stuff next to stuff, no area to basically stroll and look and put on stuff, and also not the generic stuff, like only the undershirts, not the big coats or the armor pieces or stuff, all gone. all gun, and the more exotic, smaller stalls like a gothic stall or something, all gun. And apparently this must have happened already in the last few years because the entire community for it was gone as well. While I was running into cosplayers in the past, like around every corner, this time you could basically count the cosplayers we saw on one hand. So yeah, as a board game convention, it is still great, it's still the world's biggest, and it even got bigger while at the same time sizing down on all the more the diverse stuff. As a convention for board games, it is best. Yeah, it's pretty good. But it has lost its flavor for diversity. My one word to say, my one word, I'm too far out of the frame. My one word how I would describe the changes from the past to now at Spiel is it got more corporate. It's just like more streamlined, more corporate. All the fun, silly stuff got pushed out of the way, and it's straightforward. Like, you want board games, you get board games. Here, have board games, no fun allowed. Like, what? So this was my spiel rant I forgot to bring earlier.
That was your spiel about spiel?
Yeah, this was my spiel about spiel. This play on words, I don't know.
It was pretty awkward, I know.